PMs. Some of you are trying to get into product management. Some of you are founders as well. So we wanted all of you to get an understanding of what are the different AI tools that are out there that you can possibly use. Get some understanding, basic understanding of AI as well. What are the different components and all of that, right? So coming to who we are Product Space. We organize these sessions almost every Sunday. We have different types of sessions every Sunday. This week is for completely AI and how product managers can use AI as well in terms of improving your productivity, building your own tools and agents as well, and at the same time learning concepts related to AI, right? I'll quickly introduce you to the mentor that we have today. We have Arun Nandeval here, who is the Senior Product Manager at Microsoft. He has been building AI-related features, products as well, and has built a lot of agents of his own too. He was previously with BCG and then with, and before that with Myntra as well. He's one of our lead mentors and leads our AI for PMs course as well, which we'll talk about towards maybe sometime in between or towards the end. Hey Arun, do we have you here?
Hello, hey Sakshi. Yes, good morning.
Okay, I can see you now. Awesome. Arun, I'll hand over the mic to you and let you take it forward. I'll stop sharing.
Fantastic. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, and also Arun, I think we have a lot of things for today. So if you could maybe just, I think you would give a brief in terms of what all do we have in store, why they should stay on till the end, because people lose their motivation by the time they reach the middle. And maybe at 12:5 or 12:10, we'll have a small break for them as well.
Okay. Yeah, so hi everyone, good morning. Thank you for spending your weekend with us and investing some time and effort to learn with us, right? As requested by Sakshi, I'll first quickly give you a brief of what we'll try to cover today. So we'll first part of the session, in fact, there are 3 parts to the session. In the first part, we'll try to give you around 8 or 9 tools that can improve your productivity as a PM in the 4 phases, which is discover, define, develop, and deliver. Right, and we'll do hands-on on all of those for a case study of Netflix, so that you get to understand how to use these tools. And of course, most of them, other than one, I think, are all free tools. So we would love for you to go ahead and keep using it. I'll also keep sharing the links to these tools with you so that you can try it out with them. Then after that, second part of the session, we'll probably go and cover how do you start applying for AI PM roles. Right? How can you create your own agents and how these agents can help you find jobs, help you write custom CVs, custom resumes. How can you build a LinkedIn job scraper where all your jobs are listed in one place? And then eventually we will also share a platform with you where you can go and practice free mock interviews with AI for all the different types of questions which are there, which is product strategy, execution. Finally, I think this is where you will want you to stay till the end. We'll share some JDs with you of different companies like Microsoft, Salesforce, Google, and others, and tell you what these AI PM roles warrant and what are these companies looking for and how can you upskill yourself. So that's the outline of the agenda, and that's how the session will go. I hope you are excited and you have the next 2.5 to 3 hours with us to get going. Just 3 things again repeating. First is getting you to a point where you can start using these tools and become immediately productive starting tomorrow. And in fact, today, right after the session. And then second is helping you build a couple of agents which can enable you to find your next job for AI PM and also automatically apply and not go through the rhythm of creating custom resumes and custom JDs for each of the role that you apply. And then also how do you practice free interviews. And finally, the last bit would be we'll cover the JDs of companies which are hiring for AI PM roles and what are the criteria or what are the basic things, the role requirement that might be there for this role, right? So that's the outline of the course or the session that we'll have today for the next 3 hours. Go ahead, Sakshi, you have your hand raised.
Sorry, Arun, Akhil this side. So I think, Arun, after the session, we can also ask the audience to give the AI PM readiness test, right? So whether they can...
Yes.
Yeah, you want to talk about it? Yeah.
Yeah, so at the end, we will, I see most of you are already PMs. So we would want you to assess your readiness for AI. And we have situation-based test, which is evaluating across the spectrum of basics of AI, ML, and then LLM and generative AI and now agents. Where do you sit or where do you stand, right? We would love for, we'll share that link uh, intermittently multiple times during the session. And then that again, we'll share that with you so that you can go ahead and take that test and of course share it if you are one of those who's already AI ready and if you get a full out of full 100% score, we'd love to see that on LinkedIn. And if there are gaps and the areas that you discover that you need to work on, feel free to share, tag us on LinkedIn and let us know where those areas are so that in future we can have these free sessions catered specifically those areas, right? Anything else, Akhil? Okay.
That's
Got it. Let me get started with that, being respectful of the time. So we'll just at a very high level for those of you who have not touched AI till now, briefly touch upon what the landscape looks like. And you might have heard this. I'll not be covering the theory of any of these. You might have learned about machine learning fundamentals, neural networks, supervised, unsupervised learning, RNNs, CNNs, them getting evolved to deep learning, right? And with deep learning, eventually it went to a space where there were certain limitations like um, the increasing gradient problem or context limiting, which moved us towards transformers, right? And that is where the natural language processing based generative AI, or what we saw into 2019, October, November, GPT, Chat GPT, OpenAI came out with the transformer led model. And it revolutionized what we have seen in the last 5 years, right? And the race continues to go on. It's not that uh, transformers or GPT in general is the starting point of um, AI. It was much before that. It is a concept which was originated in 1970s. There have been neural networks. There have been basic concepts like rule-based engines or anomaly detection. M- People who are 10 plus years of experience might have also worked on some of these traditional AI products. The recent one of the most talked about, the talk of the town is around the natural language processing based generative AI, right? And if we click uh, click ahead and see what exactly this generative AI constitutes of, so you might have all worked with Claude, Perplexity, Grok, DeepSeek, OpenAI, chat based agents, right? And they have their Meta has its Llama model, Google has its the Gemini model, Claude by Anthropic, and then these are all text generation model. They are generating text. Essentially, we give an input as the prompt, and of course, prompt engineering is also something which is getting a lot of traction because of this. Because to generate, be it text, be it code, be it video, um, or multimodal format concepts like audio, video, presentations, all of that is happening with prompts, and that is where the generative AI landscape fits in. For image, again, we have another. You might have heard of um, O4 Mini, which just came out just a couple of days back, right? On top of that, there is of course Stable Diffusion and Midjourney, which is also doing its round in terms of image generation. There are text to speech and speech to text generation as well, and we'll be seeing one of that when we do the mock interviews today. And then of course there is sentiment analysis, translation, which are add on to these layer of generative AI. Why this expanded view of generative AI is because if you're currently, and that is where Sakshi started the session, right? If currently you are using certain tools and they are falling only into one of the categories, say text generation, then probably this gives you a good insight that there are all these other areas also that you should be exploring in PMs, and um be prepared or leverage these as productivity mechanisms in your day-to-day role as a PM so that you get that delta of an AI PM, right? With this, the most obvious thing that you might have all seen this, right? The number of days that it took for ChatGPT to get the first 100 million users, and this race is just getting faster and never ending, right? If you have seen what happened with Gemini 2.5, which was launched just a week back, every week or every month something new comes up. In 2020, we were talking about LLMs and chat-based agents. In 2022, 2023, we were talking about all of these transformers and generating images, generating text. Last year, all of a sudden, it became about agents, and now we are in a space where they are talking about autonomous agents or uh, Windows agents, and all of them are seeing the space. The space is evolving so fast that it's difficult to catch up, and that is why we try to do these sessions once in a month where we can bring you up to speed and what's happening, the latest and the greatest, and how can you use it to become more productive as PMs. And that is just uh, the surface ice. There is a lot of depth inside that. We'll cover that in the next couple of slides, but at least at the surface level, to use the power of these, you should be aware of the tools, and you should be someone who's aware of what should I be doing in my day-to-day PM role, so that I can get back more time and focus on more creative thinking rather than the redundant tasks, because these redundant tasks, of course, can be outsourced or taken up by AI, right? Now, this is a standard definition of what does GPT mean, and this is again for people who have not used any of these tools or who are not informed. There are these three concepts, which is generative, pre-trained, and transformer. Generative is because it is generating text, it is generating images, it is generating the output as you expected based on the prompts. Pre-trained is because it is trained on a huge volume of data. And finally, the transformer, which is the underlying architecture which powers these LLM models. Again, not covering the technicalities of how the training happens, how fine tuning happens. That is, of course, part of the cohort learning that is done by product space. But it's if you're just using the tools, maybe it's not relevant for you to know what GPT or what the underlying architecture is. But if you're someone who's building your own LLM powered AI tools, then it will be prudent for you to understand also how underlying things work and what the tech stack looks like, right? So this is the most important one. I was just breezing through the initial content. I'll probably walk slowly towards this slide, majorly because this is how the journey of a AI PM should look like. Or if we have around 150 odd folks, right? This is where your focus should be if you are planning, or if you are someone who's stepping into the role of a PM and wants to get transitioned into an AI PM role. There are three phases of this, which is crawl, walk, and run. Right now, if you're just using these three tools, OpenAI, Lovable, Dev.vo, Replit, Notebook LM, you are just at the surface where you are crawling, you're not even walking, and maybe you're crawling also at a slow pace because there are so many tools. We are doing this workshop for the fourth time, and this is the fourth time that we are bringing totally new tools to you. So tools is not something that differentiates PM. Tools is for, I would say, general audience who is not PMing, who's not tech savvy, who's just wanting to use AI to become more productive, right? So this is where the crawl phase of it is. If you are having the premium subscription of GPT, and if you are having the advanced subscription of Gemini, and you are actually building your agents, if you are actually using the advanced features of these tools, then you are probably crawling at a decent pace where you can even think about applying for an AI PM role, right? Then comes the walk phase. So in the first half of the session, which is still around 1:30ish, we'll do only the crawl piece, where we'll walk you through these tools, where we'll give you the utility of these tools, what these tools are, how can you use them, how can you become better PM. And it's okay if you want to remain a general PM. It's okay if you don't want to transition into an AI PM. Of course, it needs upskilling and it comes with an premium salary, but it's if you are just someone who's looking to get hands-on to tools and become more productive, you can happily remain into the crawl phase. Those of you who are really wanting to build AI product for your companies or are wanting to look into getting into the roles, you'll need to probably get to the walk phase, and once you enter the organization, you'll need to get into the run phase. What do I mean by the walk phase? You should be building your own agents in today's time. You should be knowing the different type of agentic stacks which are out there. You should be building enterprise level solution. You should be doing the pricing for them, and you should understand how can you make them safe, how can you fine tune them, and how can you to a certain extent also make them um, value added for your end user. At the end of the day, these machines that you are running, those of you who have made the agents might know, are costly, right? So until unless you can bring revenue, until unless you can make profitable propositions, anyone and everyone can get hands on to a free API of a DeepSeek or a Gemini and build their agents. But are the users of these tools willing to pay for every transaction that they do with your tool? And can you find the right match of technology, pricing, and user value to deliver AI solution? That is where your walk phase is. Finally, when you are into the run phase, you are building LLM platform or LLM capabilities or LLM tiers, which can be leveraged by other companies or other organizations where you are owning the platform and capabilities, something like what NA10 does today or Relevance AI does today, or these tools like Notebook LM that we are using, Replit. They have and you might have read the case study of lovable.dev also, right? It has been the one of the most profitable and most fast growing startups of the recent times, because they were able to build on top of these LLM stacks something which is scalable as an enterprise platform and a customer platform at the end of the day, right? So we, at least in this workshop, will try to definitely help you crawl faster, and we will give you some hand holding to walk. We don't promise you that we'll be able to make you walk fully with agents. We'll just give you a idea of where you can get started. In the cohort as well, that is done by Product Space, I think the promise is to teach you crawling, and then in walking we help you really make your agents and create your first portfolio. Today, when we create the agent and when we walk you through how do you work with the agents, we will probably only give you a high level understanding of how this agent can be built. We'll have Sushil and me who will walk you through, will build an agent, but we'll not be able to answer all your questions, and will not be able to uh, do a step by step with all of you, because at a scale of 150 it is not possible to take all the questions and help everyone get started. Of course, we'll provide you with the recording. It will also be hosted on YouTube. You can revisit it and you can try to do it on yourself, but we at least want to enable you towards both crawl and walk phase today. And this is a very good roadmap for those of you who are thinking that, hey, I want to start skilling an AI PM. What should my journey look like? So this is how your journey should look like, and this is how you should be progressing. Having said that, let's get started with the meat of the content, right? We'll go through 8 or 9 tools of how can we do research. I have done some research on Netflix. I would showcase that, but then I'll also want this to be interactive so that you can do hands-on with me, right? So first tool or first capability that we are talking about is market or company analysis. Today, if I am a PM and if I'm starting new in a role, or I'm existing in a enterprise or a large MNC where I'm looking to get some initial analysis of the company and its competitors, right? Or what are the entry barriers that I have? What are the tools that are available to me? You might have all used ChatGPT, or you might have used Perplexity, Claude for general prompting. What we'll be covering today is AI Smarties and Perplexity Deep Research. Let's go through them one by one, and then I can come back to the deck and talk to you about the capabilities that it offers. We'll paste the link also to these in the chat so that you can try it with me. And again, this is a free one, so you can um, try it with me. I'm just pasting the link for AI Smarties, and I'll probably start sharing the AI Smarties screen. Okay, so once you set up your account, this is how it looks like. You can do market research, you can do topic research, you can do SWOT analysis, you can do export compliance, potential risk, any of these that you would want to uh, take up. Let's try doing market research. I'll just click on market research and say uh, probably launch a new mobile. Okay, I'll rather take it from the crowd. So I'll keep it simple. Let's do a company research to start with. Give me a name of any company that you would want to, a global company that you would want to do research on. Let's see what it gives.
Make it IBM.
Yeah. Adobe. Okay, I saw that in the chat. So, okay, I like Duolingo. So let's do Duolingo. Now it will take its time because it will show you its chain of thought also, how it is doing all the research, right? While it does that, let me um, see if I already have the previous one that I had done. This is how the interface looks like. You can go to a search, right, and you can select any of these, and it will, and you have reasoning also, but relying just on this company research. And it has the toolbar. So whichever company you do the research on, it has run Duolingo twice. So it's searching. While it searches, it will bring a lot of material. It will share that with you. But I have done that already for Netflix. So let me show you what it does. Right? It gives you the company overview. It gives you what services and products the company is offering. Right? It gives you the customer analysis. Right? Where is it present? It gives you the model, the business model that it has, and the distribution channels that it has. It gives you the market analysis, right? When and how they have pivoted and what they have done, and how has their returns overall effectiveness been. It gives you the financial analysis if you are a financial analyst who's looking to invest in this company, and then it gives you the resources. This is a concise summary just to get started at, but the more powerful capability of this is the citation that it gives. If you just look at this one, it gives you the entire analysis of financial analysis of a Wall Street Journal analyst, right? And this saves you a lot of effort in going around. You can just take a dump of this, and this is to the latest projections of whatever the company's sentiments are. Then there is company profile PDF. Maybe you need to do 8 or 10 researches to find out the business model, the pricing model. It has pulled that up for you. It has given you the organization chart, and you can directly pick it from here, right? And these citations are very, very powerful. We have tried AI Smarties multiple times. You can, rather than relying on the basic search that it has done for you, if I go back to this, if you just go to the citations, the document and the work that it brings for you, especially across multiple sources, it brings maybe 4 or 5 or maximum 6 case studies that you need to refer. But these are so powerful that you don't, maybe you can just download them from here, and you can plug it into a GPT, or you can plug it into a M365 Copilot, and voila, you are good to go. You are good to start your research. You can summarize it, right? So you can go ahead, create your account, start exploring this. Let us see what it has given us for Duolingo. And this is another fantastic capability that it has is this export compliance. You should definitely try this if you are someone who's into B2C segment and you're looking to export your products out of India. You can just type that, hey, I'm manufacturing kids' toys and I'm planning to export into Western Europe. What are the compliance checks or what are the tests that I'll need to do? This is one of the moat of this product, AI Smarties. It is fantastically powerful. You can give it a shot. If I look at Duolingo, it has done the background research, right? It has done customer analysis, market analysis, financial analysis. So the conciseness of this is just for you to go ahead and present this, right? And you can always ask follow-up also. Can you tell me more about innovations of Duolingo in the last years? And they are just telling you all the features that they have launched. AI powered video call featuring announcing AI characters, Duo radio for audio learning. And see, this is fantastically useful if you are also looking to apply in a company and you are looking for their role and you are just trying to understand what are the recent innovations that this company has done and what is the maximum subscription tier that they have applied. Um, what is the pricing? You can ask them what is the pricing innovation that they have done. If you are doing growth marketing, what are the growth levers that this company has moved? Which regions or which countries has it had initially started out of? Where has it entered newly and where has it stopped operations? What are the challenges that Duolingo is offering? And what is Duolingo ABC, right? It's a new platform which is for elementary kids education. Then there is, of course, if you can ask it for the tech blogs, tech articles of what machine learning algorithms it is using, how many languages is it available in. Let's also look at the citations. So this is again the stock price index, right? And let's look at this. So this is the large language learning assessment case study, how Duolingo is doing it, how they're keeping their audiences hooked, right? Their learning methodology, and uh, how does the workflow look like? So someone who's just getting started on Duolingo, who does not know how Duolingo works, if you're doing a assessment or a company assignment where you need to understand, this is a fantastic resource material. Maybe we don't even know what the Google query or Google indication was to get this document handy, right? Then there is Duolingo handbook. Sometimes when these files are heavy or they are write protected, it might ask you for login credentials. So be okay with that. So this is, I think, their handbook, which is shared with the PM's product. Oh, this is fantastic. I would love to read this. Let's see what this. Okay, so this is a playbook which they share for their employees, right? You'd never get hands-on to such a material. You might just end up spending infinite time, right? How does the process work? Where do they go and do the research from? And I think shipping it, building it, brainstorming, show, don't tell, amazing principles. I think this has to be one of the case study or handbook that we also share as part of this session. Let me in fact download this and we'll send it across after the session as a handbook. Okay,
Arun,
this is
quick
the.
question.
Yeah, I'll take the questions. Let's hold, because when we start taking question with 150 people, it can get very weird. So I'll come to questions. We'll go through that. Just hold your horses for a while. So this is the first one, because we are trying to cover a lot of things in the next 2.5 hours. I would want to cover at least the basics of it. Okay, so this was the first one. Now you can go ahead and explore the market research, the compliance and SWOT analysis, especially for your assignments if you're just evaluating the company. I'll come back and share. So this is the first one, right? You can do company research, you can do SWOT analysis, you can do export compliance, you can do market research, and you can do your potential risks, uh, whatever top of your mind, right? Uh, Coming to the, let me put this in the presentation mode. Coming to the next one, this is something that um, some of you might have used, and others, those who have not used it, we would want to expose this to you. Last time we did deep research with OpenAI. Now we are wanting to do deep research with Perplexity, because we realized that hallucination that was happening here was much less and the citations were more fruitful. So let's take the same thing and try to do this with um, Perplexity as well. So this is Perplexity. I've already done the research on Netflix. I'll come to this, but let's go ahead and do another one. And you have to click on this research, deep research, right, before toggling it. I can take another company, or if you want to go ahead with Duolingo itself, we can go with that. Any other company that you would want to research?
Revolut.
Can you type it? NVIDIA, okay. Let's take something interesting, which like Duolingo, which is D square noise. both. Okay. Noise, I would need to probably give a mention of, mm, I can pick Instagram, that it's an Indian company. Let's try. And what do you want to research about on Instagram? Let's talk about what are the AI capabilities that Instagram. Okay, let's run this. So again, the good part of this, or people who want to get deeper into this, um, okay, monetization on Instagram. That's also interesting. So let me pause this one. Notify me. Monetization. Okay, so now it is probably talking to you like it is working through step by step. I'm going to begin by broadening our research on Instagram modernization, right? And you can look at, this is what it is reading. All these materials is what it is reading from, right? And you can click on any one of them, interject it, and start reading by yourself. These are all the articles that are available. How to make money on Instagram. Instagram will drive. Now it is doing the analysis. This is the results. Let me go back and see. So this is the research that I've already done on Netflix, what's happening with Netflix. And this is more from an investment and stock analysis that I was looking for, right? So it has given me what is the financial performance and market position. The best part that I was saying again was the sources or the citations that it takes, right? Generally, if you will compare the deep research of DeepSeek, OpenAI, and Perplexity, the sources or the holistic understanding that Perplexity generally has is better, and that is from a product analysis and financial analysis. Is my use cases, maybe your use cases might be different, but if you look, it has looked at a lot of analysts, lot of news media, CNBC, where it has looked at earnings, it has looked at positive news, negative news. And if I come back to this, I'll show you the content strategy. This part, right? This is the most relevant one for me. And what is it doing to grow its revenue, right? I think the problem statement that we asked, how Instagram is doing its monetization, is much better one. But any, at least at the starters, if you're looking at build versus buy problem for your companies, right, where you're thinking, should I go ahead and buy a particular company, or should we build it in house? This Perplexity deep research is again very powerful there. Let's look at monetization on Instagram. What does it brought for me? So it has given you 31, 34 sources again. If you were using this since October or November, and in January when this was launched, initially they used to collate around 7 to 8 resources, maximum 20 is what we had seen. But now, as the system is maturing and as the context window is getting better and bigger, they are able to hit upwards of 40, 45, 70 resources are also what they refer. Um, Simple photo sharing. Okay, this is general requirement. Okay, this is how people can monetize their Instagram. Brand collaboration, affiliate marketing. direct selling through Instagram shopping, driving traffic to external online stores. This is affiliate marketing. This is influencer marketing, content marketing. I think the answer that it has given to us is the selection and expertise. Okay, let's try to probe this further. How does program cells? Again, if you see this toggle, this is for your deep research, right? Let's see what is it able to get us something or not. Okay, still in business of apps. I'm looking if it is also able to get the Meta quarterly financial analyst report or not. So you can always break down your chain of thought prompting. This is the chain of thought prompting where it is um, following what chain of thought it is following, what is its reading. When it was trying to understand this monetization, what did it read? What were the articles that it read? Right? It has money control. It has Shopify. It has not yet read the financial statements of Meta itself. Annual reports. Okay. IG group. I'm not sure if this is the right report. Yeah. You can click on these links and you can in the meanwhile, I would request if you don't have it handy, if one or two of you can pull out your latest resumes and only those who are looking to apply for AIPM roles, we would request one or two of you to share the text of your entire resume so that we can actually see how good fit you are for a role and what are your areas of improvement. One or two of you can just pick that out and I'll probably the next segment I'll try to ask you of that. Okay, let's see. What is it given? Instagram revenue model for financial breakdown. Okay. 99 from targeted advertising. The platform offers various ads, feed ads, story ads, reels ads, shopping ads. Okay. I did not know of story ads. This is new. Advertisers pay through cost per click and cost per impression model, and the average CPM is $5 to $10 depending on nice Instagram advance product ads. This is the breakdown that it has given. Total revenue was this one. Contribution to Meta's revenue was 41%. Year-on-year growth was 33%. Fantastic. And it has also given you the growth rate and how the revenue has been increasing over the last 3 fiscal years. And by region also, how much is, oh, so it's rest North America's AI powered ad tech, AR shopping, creator economy, Web3 integration. Nice. Yeah, I have read of this that they're trying to launch Instagram NFTs. So this is good research for someone who's like trying to understand the monetization model of Instagram. So that's the first D where you're trying to discover the space, where you're trying to discover a company or where you're trying to discover their pricing model, or you're trying to discover any competitor, the market area entry, SWOT analysis. These are two tools that we want you to start using in your, and of course, I probably did not show you this. You can always either copy or download the responses, right? It's here, and you can also export it from here. And then you can, one recommendation that we would have for the broader audience is always vet these responses against other LLMs. Like once you get this response, put this into Claude and put this into OpenAI and then see if it is hallucinating or not, and what parts of this entire section might need more fact checking, because we cannot trust right now at the level they are, we cannot trust them with the basics, right? So yeah, now coming back to the first part, which is discover, right? We have done the discover in depth and the market company. Let me in fact put the links to both of them in the chat so that you can uh, so for the discover section we have AI Smarties and we have Perplexity Deep Research. So we are done with the first one, and I'll keep pasting the links. Okay, how to check hallucination, Tushar? I think the basic fundamental is you take this response, put it into another model, maybe a Claude, and just ask what are the facts that are not fully correct and where do I need to get more validation check. There are certain metrics and there are certain parameters that you can tweak as well. I cannot cover them right now because of dearth of time. We are already running behind time. But of course, in the cohort that gets covered in how do you check hallucination, maybe we can discuss with product space how to do a session just on fact checking of all these materials or LLMs that we have, right? So that's the first part of it. Going on to the second one, now defining the insights and defining, you have done research, you have some data, you might have done some customer research. In the past, we have shared like 4 tools where you can automate customer survey, customer research, primary research, secondary research. Um, Now, if you want to go ahead and do data analysis, and traditional days of blocking an Excel, creating a pivot table, and waiting for it to give the right pivot table, then creating graphs of all of that is done. We are no more reliant on that. In the past, we have shared Julius.ai and we had shared another Beamer.ai for you with you in the workshop for doing this data analysis research. Today we'll be showing you Power Drill. Now this is not a free tool. It comes with its own charge, but it is affordable. It is just $4, but it is very, very, very powerful. We try to give you free tools only, but this one is so good that we thought that it will be worth it that we share with you the paid version itself. I'm again putting the link of powerdrill.ai, right? Uh, and you can I'll again share my screen. So this is how generally Power Drill looks like, right? This is the screen. We have essentially kept it on the free version because we want to show you the power of this, the free one itself. If you pay for it, there is fantastically more value add to have. I have some data of Netflix that I have downloaded from Kaggle, and you might have your own data set, so you can go ahead and try to block it. You can just add files, you select and you upload the file. Once you upload the file, it will start showing like this Netflix styles data set. Once it is uploaded, you can just click on this. It is saying tuning myself. Now it has all the data. Let me just ask it simple query. Can you give me top 5 insights from this data set? Let's click on send and it will start running for you, right? These are the task steps. Now there is this generate data report. I have already generated and it takes time, so I will show that to you. So if you see, it is analyzing the data and it is understanding the data. Now it is breaking down the data as well for you. I just uploaded one big data file which had some null values, which had some bad data also, but it is writing the script to create clean files. You can download these clean files just for release here if you want to see the data. If you want to see content type distribution, it has cleaned this data. and it has given you the insights also. So it content type distribution, these are the top 5 insights that it has given you. Movies dominate Netflix. So there are these many movies and these many TV shows from this data. There has been exponential growth in the recent years. In 2020, content releases increased significantly. In 2018, with 147 releases. So 2018 was the year when maximum releases happened. United States leads the production. The titles are 2080, 18 titles are coming from US, and then these are the popular genres. Most popular are international movies and dramas. But an average watch duration is 99 minutes, and average TV shows seasons is these many seasons are there, and these are the analysis. But I kind of, this is too heavy for me to just give you a quick glimpse of what power of this is, right? So can you in fact uh, create, can you create visualizations for me of this data? Let's see what it does. And it also gives you ideas what you can explore. So you can just click on any of these prompts. There are multiple prompts that it gives you. What are the most popular genres on Netflix? Show me the top 10 genres and number of titles available. If you just click on this, it will automatically pick this data. So see, it has created a pie diagram for you, how many movies, how many TV shows, and you can change this. You can do the color coding of this, whichever, if you have a certain theme in your company that you follow, right? You can download this, right? You can view this as an image, plus this is the number of releases. If you see how many releases have happened, right, in 2018, 2020, and let's area, and these are all the charts that it has given me, and these are the number of titles by production houses. Exactly, the top 5 insights are now given by the diagrams. You can play around, change color, change the view of this. This is the very least powerful part of this tool. The more powerful power of this is these prompts that it gives you. These are actually the insights that your top leadership might also be asking. So just, and that is where paying for this tool, especially in startups, is very valuable. You might not be able to think of all the questions that a leadership might ask. It gives you like on iteratively 17 to 20 prompts that you can just click, and you can pass on for your analysis. Once all of this is done, you can also ask it to see, you can transform this into a presentation. Do you want me to I have some analysis, I want to quickly make a presentation, I want to show it to my bosses. I'll just click it on this and it will generate a presentation also for you. So it has generated the presentation, and these are the top 10 most popular genres. You can download this, you can edit this, and you can play around with this, right? This is just the first part of when you have your own data set. Somebody who's learning data analysis and somebody who's wanting to explore data visualizations, the best part or the most powerful part that I love about this tool is the data sets. You go to the data sets, you go to the public data sets, right? And there are so many data sets. There is Uber data set, there is McDonald's data set, there is Grab, there is AirAsia, there is airline, there is Airbnb, Starbucks, Cafe Coffee Day. Enough data for you to go and play around with it. Let's just look at Uber's data set, right? Uber trip analysis. You just click on this, select this, right? And this is when it is synced, it shows it is ready, right? Then just click on go to chat, and you can ask, give me the top 3 analysis from this data. Okay, it's asking for upgrade, and that's $3.25, as I said, right? It is something very simplistic. If you are really wanting to leverage data analysis and you don't have a data analysis team right now in your organization, Power Drill is your go-to tool. I think I had also done something for Netflix, which I can probably show you. Okay, I'm a little overwhelmed. Right. Coming back to this, can one of you share your resume? If you any one of you have it handy, you'll not be able to share the file, so just copy paste whatever you have and just block it into the chat. Anyone who's applying for a product manager role, right? I'm sharing a resume of a Microsoft senior product manager co-pilot AI role. It's an active role right now, and this is what the role is asking for, right? We are creating a unique blend of this. These are the responsibilities. This is what the person is looking for. So any one of you, if you can just paste your resume. Okay, I see someone's resume. So that's a quite a big Hemang Parmar, quite a bit of resume. That's okay. I'll probably copy paste this. Okay, so this is the role that we are looking to apply for. Now we'll show you another powerful tool and we'll actually help you make agents, right? Which is the core of today's generative AI world. Let me, in fact, so this is an agent that we have created, and this is the agent that my friend Sushil will come back and help you with. So this, what this does is, okay, I want to apply for an AI PM role. Can you please help? Let's see what it does. And before you ask the questions, we are making a lot of agents in product space, which we are trying to understand how the monetization of them will be. These are costly. So once we host it on our platform, you can go ahead and try them. But right now, today for this session, we'll not be able to freely share it with you for you to try. Okay, so it's asking me to provide with the analysis. Can you give me the job description? Okay, let me copy paste the job description from that senior PM role of AI. So this is the JD. Microsoft, this is the role. Just for your context, this is the JD that I've copy pasted here. So if you see exactly what we were reading, as an AI product manager, you'll be blah, 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 Microsoft Copilot. This is the JD that I have applied. Thanks for providing me the JD. Now, can you give me the resume? Let's see whose resume do I want to pick. There are so many resumes in the chat. Hemang Parmar, I would want you to come on off mute once I type this and tell me if the feedback this agent gives is actually helpful or not. I'm copy pasting your resume. So let's see what Hemang resume looks like. So quantum physics and photography, Hemang's like this. So this is the resume that I've pasted. Hemang Parmar, senior product manager, entrepreneur turned product leader, portfolio, LinkedIn, blah, blah, blah. Increased efficiency, blue boros. Now it is doing the analysis and it will tell Hemang what does Hemang need to do and where are his strengths, where are his weaknesses, and what are his potential areas of improvement, right? Krishna, it's not a tool, it's something that we have built in-house for product space. We will be launching this soon on our platform. So yeah, that we are, and today in the workshop, we are actually helping you build this tool. Our previous cohort student and currently a mentor associated with it, Sushil, he is a senior PM at Celigo. He will come out and he will teach you how to actually build these agents. So I'm just waiting for the response of this. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Hemang, you can read this and then you can come off mute and let us know. This is senior with someone 5 years aligning with your 7 years of experience. Microsoft AI operates on this space, tech focus and problem space. Overlap with your work, you have experience in roadmaps, AI-driven automation, cross-functional leadership. There are these newer challenges, and there is ownership level, skills and tools. You have these skills, and your experience aligns well, and these are your top strengths. Hemang, if you can read this for us and then come off mute and tell us if this is useful or not.
Sure, sure. I think this is pretty incredible. Thank you so much. I mean, this is covering all the points as well as it's giving us kind of in a very brief manner. So, just wanted to understand: is there any things which it's mentioning about how can I improve the existing
This
CV?
is your areas of improvement.
Okay, great.
See this.
And there are new tools which are using ATS functionality, right? So, does this tool also caters to that? Because
Yes, we will walk you through that, but I just wanted to get the validation of this. This is relevant to your resume, this is relevant to the JD, and this is giving you workable insights. Is that fair?
yes, yes, absolutely. So, can I get a
Fantastic.
link for this tool? I mean, you'll be sharing it on
No,
the
no,
chat.
this is cost intensive on our paid products,
Right.
so we don't want to the APIs that we are hitting, we don't want to end up openly sharing this. We can share this. I can probably share this feedback with you. You can copy paste this. And now
Sure.
we will actually be helping all of you. We will not be taking question and answers, but we'll be helping you build this tool yourself. I'll now want to go back to, I've shared the feedback on the chat. Hemang, you can copy paste this. I'll now
Right.
want to invite my friend Sushil. He's a great mentor with us. He will help you competency gap and what to do next in your profile. He'll take you through how to create this agent in NA10. And this is the fifth tool that we'll be covering for you today, NA10, how to you set it up. Of course, for 150 people, we cannot spend time in answering all your questions right now. In the past, we have had 2 hour, 3 hour sessions where we have helped people create agents. Today, Sushil will be building this from scratch. But for the rest of you, you can follow along if you can. Otherwise, you can catch up on the recording. And of course, I and Sushil are always happy to take questions and queries as a follow up on LinkedIn. Sushil, over to you if you are around.
Hey, Arun, am I audible?
Yes.
Oh, just give me a second. Let me just set this up. All right, let me share my screen. Okay. All right. Hey guys, hey everyone. I'm Sushil. I am I was a student for this cohort. This product space for cohort 1, and I'm currently also associated with the capacity of student mentor. And today I'll walk you through how to make this agent, what Arun just demoed you. So how could you build this by your own using an application called as NA10? And as Arun emphasized, because we have a lot of audience today, so I'll not be pausing for questions as such. But in case if you have any question, feel free to reach out to me, and we can take questions after the class. All right. So this is the platform that we are talking about. It's called NA10. It's a agent building platform or a workflow automation platform. And so today I'll just walk you through quickly how did I build it. And in the interest of time, I've kept it very simple. But you can also integrate it with tools. You can also integrate it with, let's say, Gmail, Slack. So the output that Arun showed in a web format, right? It could also be sent as an email, sent as a WhatsApp chat, so on and so forth. So this tool is very powerful and you can build anything with it. So let me start. So in this workspace, I'll just click plus here, search for AI agent. Then it gave me an agent. Now for an agent, it needs an input. So I'll just add this as a prompt. And today we are going to use chain of prompt. chain of thoughts prompting style, I have written this exhaustive prompt. I'll just skim it through. Okay. So here I'm making sure that my agent takes all the requirement first before starts answering. So that's the reason you see this requirement 1, 2, 3, 4. Then once I have these requirements, what are the tasks that I want my agent to perform? So these are my tasks. Task 1, task 2, I've used a markdown formatting style, which helps the agent to read the content properly and avoid hallucination. Then I've added all this task. In the task, you will see this role alignment, then domain industry fit, skills, key responsibility. So I've explicitly called that out, that what all things it should need to look into. And primarily because I've built this for an AIPM role or a PM role. So you'll see all the examples that are primarily built for PM skill set or PM job role. But if you want to make this generic, we just have to expand this examples, and the AI is smart enough to process those accordingly. Now, when this tasks are done, it will also give you interview questions, area of strength, weaknesses. It will also give you a learning path. What do you want to learn? And let's say next 2 weeks you have an interview. So what are things you need to prepare for those interviews? And then I have persona defined, output defined. So persona is nothing but what type of role you want your agent to portray. So I have explicitly called it out as you are expert product management career coach, and you want you helps with professional to prepare job interviews. So that way, I am asking my agent to keep the scope concise. And then this is the output format that I want my output to look into. I'll just copy this here. In the prompt. Arun, let me know if I'm going too fast. Okay, so now you see I've added a chat window here and an agent here. Now to power this agent, so we have written the query, right? But how would this query run? So query is nothing but set of instructions. But where is this LLM or where is the brain who would process this query? So now that brain comes here in the chat module. So I'll just add this DeepSeek, and like obviously for the sake of costing, and DeepSeek also has like better reasoning. I'm using this DeepSeek account. You can create one easily by this method, but in the interest of time. So what you need is you just need to go to your DeepSeek platform, which will look something like this. Okay, it logged me out. Okay, so this is our DeepSeek platform. So you just have to create an agent key. Once your API key is created, you need to use that to configure your connection. I have already configured it. So I'll use the same one. Select a model. I'm using chat, and then that's it. So let's see. Now you see the
We have a one question if you want to address it. Like when you've given the instructions, how important is writing a good prompt, or you think if we just give it high level inputs, would it only help? Or
I
you
don't know.
use any dedicated prompting techniques? Yeah.
Sure. Okay, that's a good one. So okay, let me take that. So a good prompt is as important as asking a good question to a good teacher. Okay, so let's assume you have a very good teacher, but the level of response or the level of intelligence you can only bring out once you start asking better questions. So
Awesome.
it is same as that. So my AI agent or my LLMs are very smart teachers, but they'll only answer to the level of questions that you ask. So
Makes sense. Yeah.
so now in this course, we'll also teach you how to write prompts in different styles. So there are various prompting techniques called as zero shots, few shots, chain of thoughts, tree of thoughts. So all these prompting styles we'll be teaching you. And the reason we have so many prompting styles is because every problem may have a different type of solutions. So That is the reason we'll have different type of prompts. So for this example, I've used chain of thoughts because I want to like analyze my problem sequentially. I'm not dumping everything in one go and asking for a response.
Got it. So basically, it's also important to decide based on a situation which is the right prompting technique. That will heavily, impact the quality of the output that our product is going to give. Awesome.
Correct. All right. So I have written the prompt here in the agent. I've connected it to a model. I'm also connecting a memory. And what does this memory do? So if you see, okay, sorry, my bad. Let me open it again. So you see the session ID. So this memory is nothing but it takes your chat input. So it will help model to analyze that am I still analyzing the first text. Let's say I'm asking multiple questions on my same resume in JD. So the agent should keep that everything context in its mind. So that context is stored in this memory. Now, if you add another JD, another resume, then this memory would be refreshed and all the context will be wiped out and a new context will be added to it. So that's the role of this simple memory. Now I can use tools here. So let me add Google Sheet. So I'm just trying to show you. Now I have this like most of you being product managers here, you might know this. So we have this question bank from Lewis Lane, right? Lewis Lane question bank. So I have that with me. Now, when I want this AI agent to generate questions, I also have asked the agent to refer to the real life questions. So it is not that the agent is generating questions on itself. It is taking a reference from real life questions. So I've just added that here. So
Decode and convert from there.
Correct. So it is right. So it is not only creating brand new questions out of nowhere. It is referencing to this Google Sheet, which has real life questions, and then taking that as a reference, creating newer questions. Okay, now let's save this. And then I can also attach it, let's say Gmail here, which will put all the information as an email. Okay, so you can attach this, but in the interest of time, I don't want to configure it and then have all those things. I'll just remove it for now.
Sushil, just small query. So when you ask that Google,
wait. Question. Please don't interrupt because it'll just unnecessarily, extend the session.
Got it. Yeah, you can.
I'll humbly request you please drop your question in the chat, and at the right moment we'll for sure take it. Yeah, please don't mind. It's just like because we have bunch of things to cover.
I understand this. Yeah, Scott,
I'm really sorry. Thanks.
Okay, it's fine.
Okay, so this is how we have built this agent. So now we just look into it. When we demoed this, like everyone was like, "Wow, this is so great tool, giving such a good insights." But when you looked into it, how easy is it to build this? So now this is a superpower which every PM should have, and I'm personally using this agent for my own job interview and making sure that I'm a fit for a role or not. So as a part of this course, you will be learning all these tools and techniques, and that's about it. Akhil, Arun, I think, do we need to re-demo it or this is fine?
Looks good. So folks, this is like one part of the agent. The another part is, of course, how do you create front end? How do you connect to a entire architecture, right? So that you can create a functioning product, right? This is something which will give you the output, but how do you consume it? How do you take the inputs, right? So there's a lot of layers to it, right? So let's say what Sushil has done, the extension case of it would have been like you've created a kind of a front end wherein you're uploading a JD, uploading a resume. From it, it's creating all the inputs and sending you to the mail, right? Or it might be reading the JD from a LinkedIn job ID, right? So you can we can have multiple facets of this agent as well, right?
Correct. Right. So instead of pasting the job description as a text, you can also add it as a link, or you can also extend it to uh, LinkedIn and try to fetch roles that are relevant to your resume. So you can just tweak this agent in a way that, okay, uh, like give me all the roles that you feel is important according to my resume.
Interesting,
Right.
interesting. Thank you.
So
Thank
there
you,
are
Sushil.
so there are
Yeah.
various caveats you can use this agent for.
Mhm. All right. So I think Arun, we would have to pass it to you. But Arun, are we covering the another product that we have created for our cohort members? Wherein,
Yes. Yeah.
okay, all right.
Yeah, I'll build on that from here. Okay, I will
Thank you,
quickly
Raj.
share. Thanks, Sushil. So at a high level, just sharing, running that agent is what we have shown you. But to walk you through actually an agent which was again built in our previous cohort, and we are soon making it also live on our product space website, is an end-to-end agent which takes the JD, takes your resume, and applies to the role automatically, right? Uh, what Sushil showed you was just this initial part of the flow where you are connecting to an agent and you are only this part was covered. In fact, the agent that we build as part of the cohort learning is this exhaustive. I'll walk you through all the pieces, how it is done, so that if you're trying to build it on your own, you can also go in depth, right? If you see at the starting point, at the first layer, we have what is called as submit details and save to drive. So you submit your, this is a form input, you input your resume and you input your JD. This is then saved in your local drive. This is not used by the agent in any way. It's stored in your local drive. Then it starts doing LinkedIn job scraper and it starts running the Indeed job scraper. And if you see the LinkedIn job scraper looks for the resume, looks for the fit of the role, it fetches the data set and it stores in a DB, which is in this case we are using an Excel. If you look at our Excel that we have, which has all this data stored, it looks something like this. These are all the jobs. If you look at the job scraper of LinkedIn and if you look at the Indeed job scraper, this is how it looks like. So this is the job ID. This is the published day. This is the title. This is the link to the job URL. This is the company name, right? And then this is the company URL and where the location of this is. You can, of course, tweak the parameters that I only want to work in Bangalore or I only want to work in this company set of companies. Similarly, with the salary range, Indeed also, if you see, there are these roles that get scraped. Senior product manager, this is the link, right? This is the company, this is the locations, and what is the rating of the job according to Indeed. So the first step that this agent does is scrape the two job portals, LinkedIn and Indeed, stores it in a database. This is, again, we are explaining it to you. If you really want to build full-fledged agents, you can go ahead and use this. Then there is this email extractor, which will, very similar to what Sushil was helping you build, take your resume and take your JD and try to create a customized resume and a customized cover letter for you. And it will be automatically stored in your email and it will be sent to the person who's hosted the job. So to show you how that looks. So this is your, if you see the name of the person who's hosted this job, mohini.pracha@mccain.com, generative AI product owner. This is the role that it will automatically send this. And this is the cover letter that it has generated personalized to your resume. This paragraph is about company. This is about what you have done in your role, and then you want to look forward to hearing from, right? So this is the personalized cover letter, and this is the personalized cover letter for Shivam Singh for this other company. Similarly, if you see the resumes also, so it has taken the JD and it has generated a customized cover letter for Ashu. And looking at your current resume, looking at what the JD is asking for, the agent is also able to tweak your pointers and in a star format, which is situation, task, action, result. You can download this directly from your email and then apply in that company. Going back to our agent, right? So it asks you for the job title. It asks you for a location, it asks you for resume, then it asks you how many jobs do you want. Do you want 10 jobs? Do you want 20 jobs? Do you want 100 jobs? And it gets stored in your drive, resume and your location. Once that is done, you click submit, and your agent does from left to right scraping, extract your resume, convert those to customized resume and cover letter, and finally it sends it to the person who has hosted the job. So this is, again, we cannot spend like 2 hours in teaching you this end to end today. If you are interested, we can definitely have a follow-up call where we can teach you how to create these agents end to end. Scrapers are available within NA10, right? And we can have a dedicated session where we walk you through how to build these job application agents and then also competency gap agents, right? So that is majorly the first half of the session done, where we have given you the discover, define, we have done power drill, we have done perplexity, we have done AI Smarties. Next, once you have done the discovery and data analysis, how do you actually design prototypes? How do you develop presentation? How do you deliver it to your companies? How do you practice mock interviews? And how do you eventually see if you are a good fit for AIPM or not? What is that test? We will take it after like an 8-minute break. Sakshi, if you want to take over. Coming back, I think we have done the research part on AI Smarties. We have also done on perplexity. We have shown you the agents. How do you apply? Let's start with the second part, which is now that you know what you are solving for, you have done the data analysis using Power Drill. How do you actually develop easy wireframes, right? And for that, we are introducing you to ready.ai, right? I'll again put the link in the chat. But before that, again, re-emphasizing the importance of writing good prompts and prompt engineering to show you that how important good prompts are, right? I have used Claude and I have written, I want to create a page for watch together theme of Netflix. Give me a detailed prompt that I can pass to Ready to create a wireframe, right? It gave me this entire prompt as a response, and we'll be doing that for any one feature that you recommend. I copy pasted this entire response, right? And I went into ready.ai. And if you see, this is the prompt that I gave it. The entire prompt is copy pasted from Claude, right? And if you see, after overall style and theme, it has run its query and it has generated this wireframe for me, variant A, variant B. It generates both variant A, variant B prototypes for you. It also generates interactive prototypes. So if I click on watch together, it tells me whom do you want to invite. Do you want to invite Emma? Do you want to invite Michael? And this is how the screen would look like, right? And then create a room and you can watch together. Similarly, if I go to this one, this is the B variant. It has given me another variant. This is the B variant that Netflix generally has. If I click on watch together, this has a different layout that I can export to Figma. And this is the most powerful functionality of this tool, right? You can directly export it to your Figma. You can hand it over to your design team. And once this is done, you can also share the code snippet of this with your development team, where they can directly go and import this. So CSS and HTML are taken care of. Now, enough said and done. Let me go into a new page and let's actually try to create something together, either a desktop or a mobile application. Give me any feature and any idea. Give me the name of the product. Say for Google Pay, I want to create this, or if you want something, let's just create together. Any ideas from the chat group? This is high fidelity. It is not a wireframe. It is directly usable for approvals. Guest checkout for PayPal, landing agents for bank, transaction statement download for Google Pay. Okay. Oh, this is also nice. API feature in Instagram. Let me try this one. Okay, I'll again go to my Claude. I'll say I want to add a UPI feature in Instagram. And this is the importance of writing good prompts. UPI is a payment method that is used for completing online purchase or sending money to friends and family. Give me a detailed prompt that I can pass to ready to create a wireframe. Keep it consistent with the theme of Instagram. Create a comprehensive wireframe integrating UPI payment interface into Instagram. The design should ensure users send money to friends, make purchases from business, make payment history. Follow Instagram current minimalistic, clean aesthetic and focus on content. Instagram's color palettes are this. Instagram typography is this. This is how the functional requirement should be. Show where UPI setup appears in the existing Instagram setting menu. Display the first time UPI setup screen. Sending money, entry points, payment across different types, shopping with business, whatever I had asked, payment history and management, all of this it has taken care of. Social payment features. See, if I would have given this ready.ai this simple prompt, it would have done nothing. It would have created bad output. So in generative AI, that is what Sushil was also emphasizing and same was Akhil. The idea is to write good prompts and how do you use multiple tools to refine your prompts, then give it to the input. I'll just copy paste this and let's now go back to ready.ai. Let's see what it says. I want to create a mobile layout. I will give this prompt. It says that it's too long a prompt. 2000 words is the limit. Let me in fact go back into Claude. I will not in this itself. Please make the response within 2000. Currently it has 4000 plus. Let's see what it does. Now let me copy this. Go back to ready. Delete this. This is additional notes I can delete. Now it is into the layout. Let's see what it generates. So it tells you every bit of transaction that it is doing. Top navigation bar, button, bottom, Instagram system, right? Send money, scan and pay, request, split bill, chronological list of payments, profile picture into this much size, action buttons, click through, UPI integration elements, model interfaces, and security. Looks good. You can edit this. You can just say, hey, this does not look good, but because I want to be respectful of the time today, I'm just saying generate page. Let's see what it gives. There are different use cases, Ash, around when do you use Claude, Grok, Perplexity, DeepSeek. We have like 8 or 9 use cases: code generation, text generation, audio generation, video generation, summarization, mathematical reasoning. I cannot go into depth of all of them at this point of time, but once you fervently use, like viciously start using it, you'll know which one is good for which use case. No, Pranshu, that's not right. There is difference and there is visible difference in the effectiveness of these when you, for advanced prompting, and the library that Claude publishes is really good. We rely on Claude for writing the advanced prompts always. For code generation, we use sometime Claude Sonnet 3.7, or we use uh, Chat GPT's latest O3 or O4. For image generation, we rely on both Grok and Stable Diffusion. And if there is any particular use case, you can let me know. I can tell you which one do we. For deep research, we use Perplexity. So yeah, there are different. Okay, so this is what it has created. You see all the recent transaction. This is in your payments, and this is your screen A and screen B, variant A and variant B, right? I can just select this send. When I click send, it asks me the money. I can enter the amount 900, and then optional notes. Hi Anya, here is your money that I borrowed, and you can just click on send money, payments and successful. So this level of wireframing, and because most of you are PMs here, right? You might see it in at least takes 4 to 5 days. Someone who's really good with Figma also to create all of these workflows, right? With ready.ai, you can make these in less than what we did, less than in 5 minutes. 2 prompts, all the workflows, all the 3 scan and pay, and you can of course click continue to generate, and it will continue to generate. And you can change this also to every component you can generate, export, pass it on to your design team. And the best or the most lovely part that I like is extensibility of this with Figma. You can just collaborate together. If you are 3 developers who are working on a feature, one of them can create one screen, the other 2 can create the other 2 screens, bring it into a Figma and start collaborating. Similarly, code, it's all React component code, componentized with URLs that you can directly copy paste, right? So that's the power of Ready. Now this is majorly about developing and trust me, if you're a PM who's saying that, hey, I can live with using these tools but not write code, that's fantastically wrong. It's 100% wrong, because with the ease that we wrote the prompt to generate this image, next that I'm going to show you is how do you write with the similar level of ease the entire code also of this, right? So the development part first is easy access wireframe. Then when you have to deliver this, so you can have AB variants, you can have interactive wireframes, you can have complex prompt supported on Ready. It has both mobile and web friendly layouts, and you can have code exports also. The next one is writing actually the code and building this application, right? And for this, we'll be using Replit. Again, let me share so that you can use it with me. In the past, we have done Lovable and we have done dev.vo. You can go back and look at our recordings. But today we'll be using Replit, which is a new tool. Next workshop that we'll have in probably in a month's time, we'll do Cursor also. There is a lot of love and there is a lot of fan following for Cursor. So we'll do Cursor next. But let's come back and try to do this. Let me go to Claude again. And now I will say, can you give me a similar detailed prompt for the same product feature that I can input into Replit to create a fully functional app? By the way, Claude 3.7 Sonnet is just fantastic. It's like, I'm a fanboy of this. It's too good. It's very comprehensive. It's the reasoning capabilities that it has is just amazing. If in your daily day of a PM, if I ask you the standard question, how does your day look like? And in your daily day look like there is no mention of AI, then I would be seriously amazed and sorry for you looking at the speed at which these things are evolving. And that's why we do these workshops, to tell you how good you can be, right? So I will just copy this entire prompt, right? Replit development prompt. I've copy pasted this. Let me go to my Replit now. So I've already created for Netflix Watch Together. I can come back and show this to you. Let me in fact go to home, and I've pasted the Instagram chat, and let's just click on start building. Now it is configuring the app. It will configure your database. It will configure your config tables. It will configure your index files. And once it has done that, it will start thinking and it will start telling you that, okay, I'm analyzing your requirement. Let me first understand what you are trying to build with the attached file, right? So deployment, CI/CD, which is continuous integration, continuous development, all of that is taken care by itself. So see this MongoDB integration for persistent storage. I want this split bill functionality in group chats. Do I want to split bills? Yes, maybe. Advanced filtering for transaction history. Yes, I can do that. And fraud detection. I did not give this in my prompt, but the system is smart enough to detect that this can also be a functionality. Yes, you can have visual preview, and first step preview would probably take 10 minutes to generate. Visual preview will take 2 minutes to generate. So let's approve, plan, and start. Now it will start generating the app. See the power of this while it is generating the app, and it is while it is writing the code, each element of it will start coming with it on the tool itself. So it is building the HTML index file right now. Once it has built the index file, then it will start developing the CSS. And as soon as the CSS or outline HTML is created, now your outline HTML is created and it is blocking every element. You'll see each element slowly come out. Initially, it will feel like, what is it making? Will it even come out with a good result or not? But wait and watch the power of this tool. See how refined it will get over time. You can directly start with Replit. Ash, I shared ready with you because sometimes the organizational mandate is the prototype should be available in Figma, approved by the design team. And when that is the mandate, it is always nice to get it done in ready, get it approved in Figma, pass it on to your um, design team in the Figma, get its approval there, and then go ahead and build your prototype in Replit. But if you're just doing a concept note and you're planning to show a quick prototype MVP demo to your team saying, okay, I will build this and this is how I'll build it, I would say just block it directly into Replit. Now it has given the outline that left nav is created. Within the left nav, now it is thinking of how do I create features and how do I create that workflow. Ananta, I can take your question if you have. It will be good if you can put it in the chat. Yes, you can give that input to Replit.
Hi, Arun. Sorry, actually, my chat is having some issue. Can I speak? Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just a small query. So initially, thanks for giving the overall perspective with respect to that wireframing, how prompting, like proper prompting can generate the right wireframes. So for enterprise applications, will this application be very much useful? The reason why I'm asking is like payment system or maybe like say e-commerce, those are some everyday applications we are exposed to, and for a B2C setup, it is easy to get wireframes. But for enterprise applications, there are some internal workflows that happens within company to company and also in domains like say finance, banking. So in that way, will this application be useful from a wireframing perspective?
Yes, I work in a tented B2B setting where I use all of these. See, mastering prompt, and that's why it said prompt engineering is an engineering, and there is upskilling to that itself, right? The prompt that I wrote right now is very vanilla. If I have to give it a scale of rating, good prompt on a scale of 1 to 100, this will probably get a score of 5 to 6, not more than that.
Understood.
You have to skill yourself up to the level of writing 80-90 score prompts where you are giving all the requirements of your enterprise B2B, B2C products in a way that these tools can ingest it and then start creating something which is viable.
Got it. And just one thing, maybe if there's an exclusive course, even for a prompting site, just from a prompting level, I think it will benefit many people. It's just my idea. Maybe in some way down the line, if you can plan it out also, I think it will be useful for many people, even if they're not from product side also. Prompting is something where like it's becoming an everyday habit. So if there is something exclusive you're planning, yeah.
In the cohort, we have 3 dedicated sessions on prompting, and I think we are doing enough justice And you can see that you can participate in our demo day where you can see how much value we are able to create with teaching prompts to people.
Got it. Thanks a lot.
Victor, you'll need to learn, Victor, probably, I think the limitation is not that these tools get stuck. You need to be comfortable of understanding vibe coding. That's again another thing that's getting steam, especially with GitHub Copilot. I would definitely recommend you upskill yourself on vibe coding. It will definitely take you places. And trust me, the circles or the loops that these systems get stuck in are resolvable. They are not something that can go on forever and ever, right? While this one spins up, let me see if I can show you the watch together one. So this is again the feature that I had created on Netflix. I showed you the prototypes of this. I created a fully functional app for watch together also, and yet to be deployed, but it'll just show you how the screens look like. And by the way, if you have used lovable dev.do and if you have used Replit, what they were 2 months back is very different from what they are today. There is a huge difference in how much these tools have matured. Waiting for it to come up. And within Cursor, Lovable and Replit, I think the sanity of the code or the quality of code is incrementally better from Lovable to Replit to Cursor. And you can validate that by creating some apps and you can get to understand that. Yes, it will be responsive website, Ash. It will not be desktop alone. And you can see if you want to see this in different mobile layouts or full size, anything, just to see the responsiveness of this. Let's see what's happening with our this is our Instagram. This is also taking time to run. Okay, I would, in the meanwhile, this generates, I would love for you to check your AI readiness score. We have an assessment which has situational questions, right? I'm pasting the link for this. Let's see if any one of you gets full score. There are 20-25 questions. I think it will take you around 15 to 20 minutes to get this done. Meanwhile, our Replits creates the end-to-end screens and the code.
Yeah, Arun, just one quick update. Sorry to interrupt. All the folks who are scoring it in one attempt and without proctoring, we'll be offering them 60% discount on our course. But it is only till 5 p.m. So anyone who has achieved it, you can, I've dropped my number in the chat. You can WhatsApp me with a snapshot, right? It'll just show that you're ready. So if you're ready, which means he'll get a lot to learn as well, right? So I think Arun has already shared the assessment link as well. All right. Yeah, Arun, please go ahead. Sorry.
Yep. So this is how the skill assessment looks like. Take the test, show us the screenshot if you're getting full score. Anyways, if you switch the tab or if you move out to try to GPT it or look it up in Google, you will get to know that. So anyone who gets a valid score, I don't think there would be anyone who get full out of full. I have myself given this assessment. We have made questions. There'll be very intriguing questions. These are company specific questions that AI PMs actually face. So let's see how much you perform. Where do you land yourself at? I've pasted the link if you can give it a shot. In the meanwhile, let's see where our replit is. So this is where
Arun, while we're waiting for the replit to show us the final result, we are also, folks, releasing a series on vibe coding, wherein the agenda is to help all the product managers crawl, because that's where, in fact, many of the audience is lagging into, right? So in that series, we'll be helping you how to create functional prototypes, products from PRDs, how to set up the backend, how to make it in a way that you can start sending it to your customers. Yeah. And of course, from research to development as well.
yes, Sarthak, these are MCQ single option correct. Anything is fine. Like if we are okay, so it is saying preview will be available soon. Let's see if it can give us the preview. Okay, it is asking for UPI authentication. Give this for now the authentication, and you can and this is exactly how you move on if there is anything which is blocking you. So of course, we'll cover this in part of the vibe coding as well. Generating the preview. Fantastic. So this has in fact fixed itself. Victor, to answer your question, just commenting out the code, and for now, give me the UI screen. It has given me the UI screen. So you can see the payments. This is how it has created, and it is still evolving, right? Your balance, you can view your history. It will show you all the transaction, money sent, money received, and you can go back, you can add money, you can set up your bank account number, everything. And if you can open this in a new tab, it will give you the full view. Let me actually open that up and show you in the full view. And each part of this is interactive. You can actually give the right codes and you can set it up, right? So let me show you this on the full screen. So if you see this, this is the homes profile, everything that you see currently. And then there is this set UPI payment. You can go to your profile, not found. If I go to payments, this is the screen that it has created. I can send money to someone. I can send it to Maya. You can just add the note, right? And again, if I go to payments, I add money, enter the bank. And each of this, let me go back to Replit. And there are a lot more components that we would love to explore with you, right? You can preview your app here. You can go and look at your console if you want to edit it. You can look at your databases. You can look at your code that is generated, and you can also export it by components, right? So, and then you can, of course, deploy it. And once it is deployed, you can test it with your beta tester saying that how does it look. So that's the power of delivery. Took us around 12-15 minutes, but this is how fast you should be able to iterate, research, do data analytics, and on top of that, then finally deliver your working prototypes with Replit, right? Coming back to the session, right? So we have also done Replit. Now, since everything is complete, your product is ready, you have a prototype running, maybe you just want to summarize this and give a presentation to your team that what we are planning to do, right? In the past, we have shown Popeye.ai. We still subscribe to Popeye.ai, which is one of the best tools to make presentations. But last time we got a feedback that Popeye.ai Pro is paid tool. Can we have a free alternative? And for that, we are bringing to you this time a free alternative for which you can create presentations in less than 2 minutes, right? And that one is slidesgo.ai. I will again put the link in the chat. So let me, so that you can create and try with me. Okay, so I have Gamma is bad. Gamma is outdated. Gamma is, I would say one word for Gamma is useless. Gamma was used 4 months back. Now, if you see the power of Gamma, I'll show you why Gamma is bad actually. Because the power that these current tools have, Gamma is not able to catch up with the rest of them. See this. So this is the presentation that I've created using Slides Go for watch together party of Netflix, right? And this is the formatting that it has done automatically. Let's actually go ahead and create something for the project that we were doing today, which is UPI for Instagram, right? So this is how your slidesgo.ai would look like. I want to create a product presentation for launching UPI payments on Instagram. Let's say get started. Now, this will break down what should be the sections. Oh, I have logged out, is it? Let me just log in. Why is it showing logged out? Okay, so the presentation title is May UPI launch on Instagram. So explore the innovative UPI payment option available on Instagram. Discover how UPI is transforming social media transactions. Learn about benefit of using seamless UPI. Stay updated on latest trends. Okay, I don't want this. Probably what I want is how can you use UPI on your Insta. Let's click on generate. Okay, this is again asking for paid tool. Let me go back and this is my workspace. Give me one. So UPI payments. User guide for utilizing. Okay, this looks good. Let's create on generate. It will ask me which template do you want to use, and let's say I want to use this cute animal one. Let's click on generate. Ash, I think now you will be able to understand how powerful this is against Gamma for slides creation. And of course, you can give it more prompts saying that replace all the images by images of humans using Instagram and all of that, right? So this is section 4. This is your section 3. This is your section 2, and this is your section 1. So this is another tool that we want you to start leveraging for creating your presentation. Don't rely on Gamma. Of course, I would still recommend Popeye.pro, which was the one that we recommended last time. But again, both of these are paid, so there is a limitation to it. So we have done the 4Ds, and we have helped you create agents as well, which will help you first find jobs, and second, once you have found, applied to the jobs. The other one that we created today was how do you find your competency gap, and soon we'll be launching both of these agents on the product space portal also. The third one that we want to introduce you today to is try mocked, right? I will paste the link in the chat, and like everything else, I will go ahead and show you how it works. You just go here. This is trymock.com. You can select either, you can go ahead and just select the category, right? I want to random questions, or I want to in random, I want to do product design, behavioral, guesstimation, strategy, execution, or I want to choose a specific question. You can just choose your question and say, okay, I want to solve for Spotify. No, not this one. Let's see, personalized learning pathway. No. Tesla EV metric. Define Tesla EV metric. This looks good. So I can start this. I can start the interview. The best part of this is conversational, right? You will need to give your access to your microphone, and it will actually interact with you like you are interacting with an interviewer. And post your interview is complete, it will give you the detailed feedback where you went well, what you could have done better, and what are the things that you can improve on. Uh, I don't have time because of dearth of time. We have to cover other things as well, right? Yes, this is just for PM mock interviews. This is specifically designed and crafted for PM mock interviews. And you can, it also has guides where you can read these guides, right? And it has 20 questions, build innovative design intuition, and you can read all of that, right? There is a lot of material on this. It's fantastic. You can democratize your learning with this. Of course, in class, in the cohort, we also give you some certain hand holding for AI PM roles. This is not for AI PM. This is just for generic PM roles because there is very limited content which is there for AI PM roles. So this will not be able to help you with that. But otherwise, generally, this is very, very, very powerful for PM preparation. Having said that, coming back to our course, right? I would love for you to now check your readiness. We have already given you the outline. And as Akhil also generously said, there's some discount available for people who score full score on that as well. But how are AI product managers JDs looking like? What are the new things that they are asking? If you look at this JD, right? And you can again go back and relook at the course curriculum. The course curriculum that we are trying to define is very aligned to what these companies are asking. So experience in building ML powered, LLM powered products, right? Or prioritizing language models, identifying which model to use. There are around 165 models. How do you choose? What metrics, what safety, what factuality, how do you reduce hallucination? That is what will be asked from you in the interview. And what is the experience? Experience using large language models, right? And prompt engineering, and how do you evaluate to keep them under safety. So that's the product manager of Microsoft. Let's look at the second one. This is from Salesforce. This is again a senior PM role. This is collaborate closely with AI product teams to ensure design system features integrate seamlessly with LLM capabilities. AI tooling, AI product experiences, AI initiatives, success metrics and adoption. So we in the cohort we discussed rogue metrics, engram metrics, document metrics, reference metric, RAG metrics, all of that. Once you build AI products, how do you measure them, right? This is what Salesforce is looking like. Again, taking a step back, who are you? You are someone who has 3 to 5 years of product experience. I'm sure most of you are, but knowledge of AI ML concepts and that can enhance user experience. In the class, Akhil can give the right count, but I think we have around 40 case studies across all the big tech companies from Spotify, Airbnb, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, OpenAI, around what products are they building and how are they launching this, right? Next one, again, the next JD is from a big tech, which is Adobe, senior product manager based out of California, working on the agentic experience, agentic AI framework, decision making, AEP, and embed genetic AI and AI workflows. This one is my favorite, last one, which is Google. This is job based out of Bangalore, Karnataka. Google Core, Cedar AI. What are they looking for? Launch technical acumen in artificial intelligence, 3 years of product experience, right? We will share the links to these products roles. They are taken from just yesterday. All of them are open roles. If you are someone who gets a full score on the AI PM readiness, you can go ahead and try these, right? And of course, then there is our AI assessment. We will keep doing these workshops. We'll try to take your feedback and we will come back and do more workshops to either train you on prompt, on agents, on MCP, and one by one each of them. And I think Product Space is also launching the Vibe coding series that will also help you. But where do you start? I think the starting point for all of you, and the link I have already shared, I will probably share it again, is check where you are today. When you see these questions and when you take this assessment, are you in fact getting 2 out of them correct, 10 out of them correct, 20 out of them correct, or all of them correct, right? Okay, so recording will stop and I think we are also done with the session, most of it. I will in fact do this. I will put the link of all the 11 tools that we have covered today so that you can start trying them. As I said, we have helped you with creating agents. We have helped you with using these tools. But I will end the session with this same slide, right? Which is where we started off. Is this. You are only on the crawl to walk phase. Using these tools or learning the basics through these workshops will keep you to crawl and walk. Once you take the assessment, decide how do you want to proceed from walk to run. One thing that I think, and that's a personal understanding, is AIPM roles are asking for a premium salary and they would ask a delta. Today also, if you see, there are tiers of company where certain PMs get salaries up to 20-30 lakhs, and then there is a ceiling and they don't go beyond it. There are certain PMs who are making 50, 40, 60 lakhs, and then there is again a ceiling where the salaries stop. I think AIPM role, there is this fantastic book by Netflix founder Eric Reed also is right. There would be a ceiling where AIPMs would warrant a higher premium versus those who are not that. So I would love for you to please use these tools, stay relevant, keep reading, keep sharing. I'll be more than happy to um try new tools or do more sessions like this in the future. If you want on a certain concept, hit me up on LinkedIn. More than happy to discuss what you have learned and what you want to learn more, and we can take it from there. Yeah, so that's it majorly from my side. Thank you so much for spending your 2.5 hours with me. Akhil and Sakshi, if there is anything that you would want to add. And definitely leave your feedback if you found this useful, if there is anything that we can improve on. And of course, if you are looking for more details on the code, you can reach out to Akhil and Sakshi.
Awesome. Thanks, Arun, for this amazing session. I think folks have enjoyed this a lot. I'll also share a feedback link. Folks, do complete the assessment. It's more for you as well. And of course, if you're doing well, we'd be happy to give you, say, an extra discount as well, which Akhil talked about. But if there are any questions regarding the session or about the cohort as well, feel free to put that in the chat. Ravi, all the links have been shared. If you can scroll a little up. Okay. Folks, anyone else has any questions? I'm just sharing the feedback link as well.
Okay, I think folks are trying to complete the assessment. They are not able to complete it. Akhil, can you look at that? Yes, Avinash, we'll try to publish this on YouTube.
Awesome. Any other questions, folks?
Yeah, I don't see any other questions.
What is
I
the
think
cider? You wrote somewhere that is what is the cider product management? I did not get into that.
that's a PM role opening for Google. You can go to Google Careers and see Bangalore AIPM role openings.
Okay.
It's a Google internal product. Yeah.
Okay.
Power drill can scan images also, Ravi.
Riddhi, we are checking on the website. I have asked the product team to check that. Ravi, thank you so much. Awesome, folks. If there are no more questions, we will close the session. Thank you, Arun, for spending so much time today with all the folks who are here. Feel free to give a connection request to Arun, but Arun has strict guidelines for that as well. So, Arun, you can share that, but I think people would be trying to find you. So,
Yeah, I do accept only requests which have a message or a clear indication of why they want to connect. That's why I have a very limited network also on LinkedIn. So if you are planning to connect, I'm happy to connect, but definitely send me a clear message on why do you want to connect. I loved your session. Would like to stay in touch is not the right reason to connect. So that's about it. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, thank you, folks. Do give your feedback for the session as well in the feedback form. And if you have any further questions, feel free to reach out to us. You can also book a one-on-one call with our mentors if you are still thinking whether this is relevant for me. How can we possibly help you? And if you have any specific other questions as well, right, we'd be happy to get on a one-on-one call as well. We've shared our direct number too. Additionally, I'm sharing the link to our website wherein you can find the brochure. If not anything, do go through the brochure if you want to know at least a roadmap of what all things you need to learn, right? So that should help you out. And everyone who is trying to enroll now, we have stopped the direct enrollments. You will now be in the wait list. Our team will reach out to you. Karthik, yes, the team is checking. I'm so sorry for this. I think there are a lot of people in the session, so on the website, so maybe that's the reason, but we're checking that through. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I was just saying that for enrollments, now there is a wait list. Our team will reach out to you and we will have an evaluation of your profile. Accordingly, you will get in for the cohort, right? And like I said, this pricing is something you cannot find anywhere else. So you can do your research and then come back to us. That's also fine. Hemang, all the confirmations will be shared by Monday EOD because Monday all the team, finance team and everyone will be back. So Monday you will get all the confirmation. Don't worry. We have shared our number as well. I'll share it again. And if you still don't get it on Monday, you can reach out to us too. All right, folks, thanks for joining and hope to see you soon in our other sessions and for the paid members in the cohort as well. Praveen, like Arun also mentioned, we will be sharing a YouTube video for this session. Okay, thanks everyone. I'll be closing the session now.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a good one.